the five forces of competition, the five forces that shape the rules of competition. So we are actually applying the Porter's five forces model. So just a recap, we spoke about competitors, we spoke about the nature of competitive markets, we spoke about the theory of Porter, and now we need to actually apply it for an online retail industry for groceries. So the terms are still the same. And this is just a reminder to show you the various forces that shape the rules of competition. And this is the actual Porter's five forces. Now, how do we enhance online customer experience? Remember, we say that in order to outbid competitors, we need to make sure that customers are satisfied, or else they will leave for other competitors. So how can we enhance the online CX?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay, all right. It's no problem. So in most cases, we use technologies that are there to aid consumers. We assist consumers in every journey and encounter that they come across, so that they get that sense of belongingness. If they feel that they belong to our brand, they'll never leave us. But if there's lack of belongingness, remember I said something about being neglected. If no one is liking your post, for example, you feel neglected. So you need to make sure that customers, at whatever point of the customer journey, they are not neglected. If a customer feels neglected and they do not complete the actual buying process on your site, it means that they're going to complete it somewhere else. So we need to look for tools. We need to look for techniques that will enhance our online customer experience. But since it's only the two of us, I wanted us to apply the five Porters model to analyze competition for online retail industry groceries.
Okay.
So let's look at the online retail store. So I'm talking about stores that supply groceries only online, or even both. So which stores supply groceries online? We've got Game Store. And let's use Game against Checkers. You know Game, right?
They have an online store.
Yes, I've bought online at Game Online several times.
Wow, I thought they were closing down, but
I
okay.
also thought so. So actually, there are products that you can only find online at Game, but you never find it in store.
Okay.
And it will be much cheaper.
Online.
Yes.
Wow.
Mm. Or maybe it's their way of closing. I don't know, because I've heard several times. But it's been more than 3 years I've heard that Game are closing. I don't know why they don't just instantly close.
Okay.
So, Game and Checkers. Let's analyze the rules of competition for them. Barriers to entry.
Various.
Do you think they don't have any barriers for them to keep competing? Do they have enough resources to compete?
Yes, they do.
Because sometimes the reason why you cannot compete with someone is because you don't have resources.
Okay.
Yes, for example, if you are running, you have got shoes that helps you to run faster, and I don't have any shoes. So I've got barrier to compete with you. You are always going to outbeat me.
Okay. No, they don't. Don't have any barriers
Okay.
against each other.
So do you think game has got enough resources to compete with checkers, or checkers is way ahead on top of game?
I think in terms of groceries, Checkers is way ahead.
Okay. What about in terms of physical stores?
Definitely Checkers is way ahead because there
Okay.
are very few game stores in comparison
Yeah,
to
most
Checkers.
most of them have
Yeah,
relocated. All right. What about the bargaining power of buyers? Which one do you think has got a big customer base?
definitely Checkers.
Okay. And suppliers?
Mm, this one is a bit tricky because a game has more like your home, but so does Checkers. So I would say
Mm.
Checkers.
Yeah, Checkers is also its own brand. It means that it is a supplier itself. You
Yes.
have got products that are written Checkers, just like the non-name for Pick and Pay, if you get what I mean.
And like how Checkers has Checkers Hyper,
Yes,
they have various branches of Checkers type thing.
yes,
Mm.
that's correct. Okay. What is the fourth one? What about the threats of substitute, alternative products?
Can occur from it.
Game is now a multi product store. It used to sell supply appliances, but it is also selling groceries. So it has got quite a number of substitutes than Checkers.
Yes, yes.
For example, you can find lots of DIY for game than you can find at Checkers, but you can buy grocery at game.
Oh yes, you're
I
right.
don't know if you get what I mean.
Yes, I get what you mean because the other day I was actually at game and I like plants. So I needed potting soil and they have soil at
Mm,
game, which they don't
mm,
have at Checkers. So that's
that's
just
true.
like an example. They have drills, which Checkers doesn't have.
They've got lots of
Mm,
alternative products. For example,
mm,
televisions, radios, computers. I don't think you can buy a laptop at Checkers, for example. Printing stuff, cameras. They also sell some clothes. I saw a section for clothing.
okay.
Yes, at game.
Wow.
Think about the adventure packs, the satchels, the camping,
Yeah.
the things that you find outdoor at home.
Okay.
Yeah. So you see, if when you're looking at competition, you can see that there are so many aspects that we've said about Checkers that they outbeat a game, but there's also something that game has that Checkers doesn't.
Yes.
Okay. Then the intensity of rivalry.
Intensity of rivalry. I think Checkers has more intense
Mm-hmm.
rivalry,
Mm-hmm.
more than Game, because Game seems to be multifaceted, whereas Checkers is like very grocery focused and
Mm-hmm.
can find
And
everything.
also Checkers has got subsidiaries. I think it owns ShopRite, or ShopRite owns Checkers.
Yes, yes, yes,
So
yes.
now you are competing with someone but has got many babies now, who are also in the competition industry. So they are the ones who increase the intensity of competitive rivalry.
Okay.
Okay. So that's how you apply the five Potter's forces. You
Okay.
can even apply it to human beings. You can apply it to brains. And whenever you are working for a brand as a digital marketing person, you can always look at your competitors and look at something that you have over them. For example, here almost four of the aspects Checkers does have, but they do not have the threats of substitutes. So once you realize that there's something that you have over your brain, you can always capitalize on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And just a question, let's
Hmm.
say, this comes up in like in an assessment, and we are asked to apply Porter's five forces to
Hmm.
game and checkers, for example.
Hmm.
So can we do this in a table form and have,
Yes.
okay,
You can do in a table form and you need to provide facts. It
okay,
is actually there in S1. It's just that it doesn't apply to five porters.
okay,
So you say something, for example, you have got a table under bargaining power, you put the facts that you know about game and the facts that you know about checkers.
okay. Yes, I remember you saying that for one of the questions.
Mm,
Okay,
yeah.
alrighty.
Okay, any questions?
No questions.
All right, that's it about competitor analysis, and we are going to look at it in detail next week when Owonolo is with us. So that's it for today. Are there any comments or questions that you need to us to discuss in terms of housekeeping?
None at all.
Okay,
All
then
right.
we call it a